Hello everyone and welcome back to more Let's Play Subnautica. In the last video we checked out the floating island to the southwest, as well as found some crucial parts to our base there and in the wreck nearby. In this video we're going to go ahead and get started on building our base. Now I have a rather simplistic layout for this first base, and in between videos I've went and accrued some materials in order to build this layout. Now, if you're going to want to build the same rooms as me, which is going to be a multi-purpose room, 2 connecting compartments, a moon pool, a scanner room, a hatch, 2 layers of reinforcements, as well as 4 solar panels, then you are going to need the following ingredients. You're going to need 31 titanium, 2 titanium ingots, which are 10 titanium each, 6 copper, 9 quartz, 2 lead, 1 lubricant, a piece of gold, a coral sample, and then 2 pieces of lithium. So I've went ahead and gathered most of these materials off screen. Some of them I did get on camera, such as the lithium we found in that mushroom forest. So let's go ahead and get started. Now to build the habitat, we're going to need the habitat builder. Now as you can see, I have some of this stuff already here in my inventory, but not quite all of it. The rest I have in the metal lockers down below. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Now, fortunately, our Lifepod is in a pretty wide open area. I generally like to put my first base underneath the Lifepod, or at least very close to it. And since we spawned in a very wide open area, then this will be very perfect. So we're going to go ahead and right-click here, and I'm going to start with my multi-purpose room. Now you see how it's green. That means I can put it just about anywhere here. If it were red, like so, I would not be able to put it in that spot. Now when you're looking through here, you might see this here, a foundation. Now, building this foundation, this is a bit of a trap to new players here, and I kind of fell for this the first time. I assumed, oh, I need a foundation to put my multi-purpose room on, right? Wrong. You actually do not need the foundation at all. I never have built a foundation for any of my bases, and I don't plan on using one for this base either. Go ahead and get a little bit more oxygen here. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put my multi-purpose room... let's see, I don't want it too high up, but I don't want it too low either. Let me just see where I am relative to the Lifepod. Sure, this is fine. Okay. So you see that the base will actually just automatically connect to the bottom.
Work and leisure spaces to maximize productivity. Treat this space as your home, but never forget that it is not. Excellent
advice from the PDA there. Now I'm going to want to go ahead and build the 2 connecting eye compartments. Now you might see, oh, this isn't facing the way I want it to relative to the multi-purpose room. Whatever shall I do? Well, if you use the mouse wheel, you can actually change the direction of the eye compartment. So, whoops. Accidentally right-clicked there. We're going to go ahead and do that, and then build it like so. Now I'm going to want to build another one over here. Okay, what are we looking at for materials? Next, I'm going to want to build a hatch so that we can get inside. I'm going to go ahead and put this on the opposite side over here. This should be fine. Alright, now if you try to get in...
Warning, emergency power only. Oxygen production offline.
Yeah, you can see that while our base is set up, we have no power to it, and as such there is no oxygen in here either. So we're going to want to change that. Let me see how many spots we have open. So let's see, if we come down to our... Where are our lockers? They should be around here somewhere. Here they are. So yes, we're going to want to come to our lockers over here. And I'm going to take out this some of this copper ore as well as the lead. I'll just go ahead and take all of this out. Oh, except for the coral. Don't have enough space for that, but that's fine. So now I'm going to go ahead and build the solar panels that are going to power our habitat. I went ahead and decided to go with 4 of them. I don't think I'll quite... Oops. I think I should be fine with 4. If not, I'll go ahead and construct some more off-screen. But as you can see, that one alone is enough to power oxygen to our multi-purpose room.
Primary systems online.
However, I am going to want more so that we can power our additional rooms as well. So let me go... Let's see. Where are those? I keep losing track of the lockers. Here they are. Let me go back into these. I'm going to grab myself some table coral. And let's see. I'll take some of this stuff out as well. Copper. I don't know if I need the lead. I definitely need the titanium. I don't think I actually need the copper. Actually, looking at it, I know I definitely don't. This should be good to build the rest of our base here. Now, let me see. I think I'm going to put the scanner room over here. So we're going to go to base pieces, scanner room, and it can be kind of tough to get this to connect to your eye compartment sometimes. I'm also kind of looking at this at a weird angle. Oh, let's go ahead and get some oxygen. Yeah, it can be kind of tough to connect the rooms to your eye compartments. They can be a little finicky like that, but if that's the case, you usually just want to use the mouse wheel, because it's kind of hard to tell when you're looking at it from the side. But when you look from the top, you can actually see that the scanner room is more of an oval shape. We'll go ahead and put that right here. Like so, and then I'm going to go ahead and put one of our solar panels on top of it. Now, I don't think it actually particularly matters where you put the solar panels. As long as your base is connected, then it should supply power to all the rooms in the base. But I kind of like having a solar panel on top of the individual rooms. You can see it's actually not even really connected there, but that's alright. It'll still supply power to the base. Okay, next thing I want to build here is a moon pool. I'll go ahead and put that connecting to this eye compartment. If I can get it to connect. Uh-oh. Yeah, I'm having a bit of trouble with this one. Let me see if I build it, if it'll connect automatically. Okay, it does. Cool. Yeah, sometimes you just kind of have to do that. That should be fine. You want to put the moon pool in a place where you can get the sea moth underneath of it. That's a little tight, but should be enough room. And finally, I'm going to put one more solar panel on top of the moon pool here.
After weeks without human contact, it is normal to experience psychological discomfort. Research indicates symptoms may be partly alleviated by adopting a pet or anthropomorphizing an inanimate object.
Now you can see here, because I've attached so many rooms to my base, it's actually started to leak here and is now filling with water. This, however, is a pretty easily solvable problem. We're going to come into, I believe, interior pieces? No, perhaps... Let's see. Where is the reinforcement? Ah, here it is. Yeah, this is what we want the lithium for. And you're going to want to put this reinforcement up, whoops, when you have rooms attached to your base like so. And hopefully after attaching these two, our base will be nice and sound. I believe it is. Now, and actually, in order to get rid of the leaks, you're going to want to take your repair tool and go up to each of these individually. Looks like there's one more leak somewhere. Here it is. Is there more? There is more. Yeah, this can be kind of a pain in the ass, but I did want to show you this so that you get a good grasp of what happens if you do not have proper reinforcement on your base. Okay. Now I believe there should be... Another leak probably in the scanner room. Yep, looks like there is.
Hull integrity restored. Draining systems initiated.
Yeah, and you can see that once you actually do get your base reinforced, the water will drain out automatically, which is you don't have to get like a bucket or anything and just kind of wait for it. So that is nice. I'll try to get some more oxygen here. Alright, so let's go ahead and let this water drain out. It does drain a little more slowly than, I would like, but that's okay. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and exit the base. Now, you might have noticed if you can, hear the sound and also notice the red button, we do have a radio message. I am going to wait on that, though. I'll grab a first aid kit as well as the batteries and power cell that I put away in here. I'll take 3 batteries and a power cell. I'll go ahead and top my HP off and take this first aid kit as well. Sure. So now once we go back down in here, now you can see we have cameras as part of the scanner room. I'll get into those in just a little bit here.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Yeah, but now you can see our base is dry, and we now have a much bigger base to work with in the Lifepod. So what I'm going to do first, before I check out the scanner room, is I'm going to swim out to my Seamoth. I went ahead and parked it far away over here so that it wouldn't get in the way of me building this base.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Go ahead and take the Seamoth and bring it up under the moon pool like so. And once you do, you can see that these arms will come out and grab it. And now we have a place to park it. And also, while the Seamoth is parked here, the base will recharge it, which is very nice. Now you can see power is going down in the base, which might alarm you at first, but that's because, we are powering our base with solar power. Our base shouldn't dip down to too low of power before it reaches day again, when the power will start counting back up. While I'm at it, I'm going to go ahead and repair my Seamoth as well. There, now that that's at full power, let's go over and check out the scanner room. Now, as I kind of pointed out, our scanner room came equipped with some cameras. And these cameras will appear on our beacon manager. I'm actually going to go ahead and turn these off, because normally I don't use the camera drones for much, but I'll go ahead and show you them right here. Now, here's what the scanner room... Huh, there's a floating peeper in our base. Okay. Now, here's what the scanner room is good for. You can go ahead and look for things that you potentially want to find here. So if, for example, I need some titanium, which actually I will shortly here to get some lockers set up in here, I can set metal salvage, and now the scanner room will scan the nearby area for metal salvage. Now you can see the blue dot in the center here is our base, our scanner room rather, and the orange dot here is a piece of metal salvage it's detected. You can see it's slowly over time detecting more and more pieces of salvage. Now if you look out with your... I don't think you need to use the beacon manager for it. You should start to see where the orange dots are, where the metal salvage would be. It's not showing up though. Oh, you know what? I think that's actually an upgrade to the scanner room that you get later. But now you can kind of see where, in relative to your base, all this metal salvage is. Very nice upgrade to have. I'm going to go ahead and turn it off, though. You can see there's also a scanner room upgrade slot here. Let me grab this peeper.
New creature discovered.
Yeah, that thing was starting to annoy me. As well as a fabricator. So you can actually fabricate upgrades to the scanner room here. We can actually get the speed upgrade if we want, but that's not super necessary. I'd rather have the HUD chip, which is actually how you'll be able to detect the things the scanner room is scanning for, as well as the range upgrade, which we need magnetite for. We won't be getting that for a little bit, though. Okay, so I'm actually going to go out here. I'll release this peeper, since I don't need him. And I'm going to go back up and check this radio message. I'm looking at the time now. We should have enough time to do what I believe will be this sequence coming up here.
This is Sunbeam. You know Aurora. We're from a little transgov on the far side of Andromeda, and we have a saying there. There's no bad without the good, no good without the bad. Sounds like you tasted a bunch of the former, but that only means you're overdue a whole lot of the latter. Might just be we're in. We're scanning for somewhere to park. We'll be in touch when we find it. Sunbeam out.
Alright, so it looks like the Sunbeam is actually pretty close. I thought that would start a sort of sequence here, but I guess it hasn't done so yet. So yeah, looks like the Sunbeam is pretty close, and, you know, they're coming to pick us up, which is nice. You know, I kind of thought, with the whole tone of the game, that we'd be stranded here for a lot longer, but I guess that's not the case. Alright, I'm pretty excited about that. So while we wait for the Sunbeam, I think I'm going to go ahead and take a look at the log, the voice logs in particular. These are from the cutscenes we've seen so far, as well as the PDAs we've been picking up. Let's see, I'm going to go ahead and try and find some of the ones we've picked up from PDAs. Oh, no, sorry, the voice log here, these are all from cutscenes that we've seen. Either from the PDA talking to us or from the radio messages we've received. So you can view all of those here. For the other logs, you're going to want to go here. Data downloads. Yeah, let's go to Aurora Survivors. And let's take a look at some of these. This is from Lifepod 13, which was from the burial remains that we picked up. I'm trying to remember where that was. This was the one in the mushroom kind of forest. Excuse me, the mushroom forest area.
Lifepod launch sequence initiated. Entering planetary atmosphere.
My creators, the cherishers and sustainers of worlds, give me this day my daily pleasures as I give to those who seek pleasures from me.
External temperature approaching critical levels.
Show me the path. In life, truth, and love for mine is the power. I am the one. On and off and on again.
Impact imminent.
Life is a game which the universe plays with itself. I am done playing as this bundle of flesh. Return me.
Well, now we can kind of see why we, you know, didn't find anyone there at that pod in particular. Okay. Lifepod 17. I don't quite remember where this one was. If I remember correctly, this was in the grassy plateau. Let's go ahead and take a listen.
Ozzy's log. It's the day of the crash. I don't know what the heck is happening. I'm scared and I'm not going outside. There are shadows in the water under the hatch, but I can't tell if they're rocks or aliens. And there's weird-looking caves nearby. The Aurora was carrying everything needed to build the phase gate. Mobile vehicle bays, bioreactors, propulsion cannons. It had a cinema. There was a zero-G gym. My cafe. I don't understand how we're here now. I don't know why no one's coming for me.
Yeah, you can see some of these are a bit morbid. I'm actually going to go ahead and look more at the water so you can kind of read the dialogue a little bit better. Can I, like... No. Okay, that's a little better, though. Okay, this one's from Lifepod 17, which was in the sparse reef, sort of by the floating island. Let's take a listen to this one.
Keen, this is Aurora. Come in. This is Keen. Lifepod detached to Cape Planet 4 in 30 seconds.
The computer has identified a landmass at the attached coordinates. I want you to regroup the crew there.
Understood, but
They are your responsibility now. Don't let them down.
Captain, you need to evacuate.
Negative. You'll need the ship in one piece if you're going to contact HQ on the long range. I'm attempting a controlled descent.
Captain!
Oh, jeez. So it sounds like the only reason the Aurora made it out as well as it did, which honestly is still not very well, is because our captain stayed behind to make sure it had a controlled descent. That one's really sad, actually. You know, it's been a while since I've looked at a lot of these logs, and, yeah, they're a lot sadder than I remember. Okay, this is from Lifepod 3, which was the first Lifepod we found. It was the one in the safe shallows.
You really think it'll carry 2 of us?
Your regular sea glide tows a mass of 80 kilograms at over 30 kilometers an hour. The power cellar rig to this one should double that.
You think there's something out there that's faster?
Oh, sure. And that's assuming it doesn't overload 3 meters from the Lifepod.
You're calm about this.
I'm seeing the engineering problem. If I stop seeing the maths, I'll be terrified.
Fair enough. Also, I never really, looked at this dialogue in detail. I would love to rig a power cell to my Sea Glide, although it doesn't sound like that turned out very well for them. Okay, so that's all of the Aurora PDAs that we found. Codes and clues. Oh, this is from the Lifepod that we actually haven't found yet. These are the hints towards finding this Lifepod. You might remember, I believe this was the second Lifepod transmission we received. You might remember that they were unable to give us an exact coordinate, but they did give us this hint here. You can see we got a little picture, as well as, let's see, some hints here. It was in radiation. It's at approximately 100 meters. Red grass near a number of natural arches and rock stacks. We know now that that is the grassy plateau. Looks like it's about 400 meters of Lifepod 4's last location. We haven't encountered Lifepod 4 just yet, but once we do, we can kind of use that as a point of reference to find this one. Now, finally, you might have noticed that those PDAs we picked up from the from the ruins that were on the island were actually not from the Aurora, but were from this group called the Degassi. Let's see here. Let's take a listen to these.
This is the first time I've seen sunlight in months. After all that time in the deep, I'd been dreaming of it. Now that I'm back here, I'm finding it hard to enjoy alone. Father was right. We should never have left this place. We shouldn't have gone so deep. They do not want us down there. Despite my best efforts, ill health is taking hold of me. The visions are getting worse. Marguerite and Father are now part of the ecosystem of this incredible planet. It's reassuring to know that when I go, I'll join them. Until then, well, there's always the view.
Wow. Yikes. So, it sounds like this log kind of implies that there's something out there. They do not want us down here. Ugh. We shouldn't have gone so deep. That doesn't exactly bode well for what we're doing here now, does it? Also, Marguerite and Father are now part of the ecosystem of this planet. That doesn't quite bode very well either when you think about it. Let's go ahead and take a listen to this one. Also, it kind of sounded like he came back to the land base after being deep in the water. So perhaps these other logs will be from before this one? Let's take a listen.
This island is a godsend. Look out of the window. No predators, fresh food.
No building materials, nothing left of the ship. And your kid says we're gonna starve without more grow beds. Speak up, kid.
It's true, Father. The natural growth rates are too slow to keep supporting us.
All I'm saying is ocean's got us surrounded. No use hiding. Sooner or later, we'll get our feet wet.
The rest of your life may have been a fight, Maida, but I've made my decision. You want to forfeit your emergency pay to take a swim? Go ahead.
Believe me, I'm thinking on it.
So it sounds like 3 people were trapped here. A father and a son and another woman they had hired. At least, I assume they hired her. That's what emergency pay kind of makes it sound like. Let's see. Here's the second. Yep, this is the second one following the first.
Son, I said wait for the storm to pass. Your life's more valuable to me than a plant patch.
You stopped being in charge when the ship you were captaining sunk.
I'll stop being in charge when you take charge of yourself.
Say, Chief. Chief,
What?
you know how to drain those grow beds of 40 tons of storm water? Or how to conjure food from the air.
I know how to prioritize.
I'm just saying, if that's so, what's your boy's life worth to you today? If tomorrow you're gonna be so hungry you start wondering what he tastes like, let him go deal with the plants.
Son, go deal with the plants.
Bard, Torgal has disembarked the habitat.
Interfere with my family again, and when rescue arrives, I will leave you here. Do you understand me?
No rescue coming, Chief. Not in time. No staying here neither. This rain keeps falling, sooner or later this place will be buried. Only choice we got is whether to get buried with it.
Interesting. So now you can see we skipped from voice log 2 to 4. I'm not sure if 3 was on the island or not. I actually think it's somewhere else, but I might have to go double check on that. In the meantime...
What is that thing?
I don't know. I found it outside in the sand.
Part of another ship?
None I've ever seen.
It's not even scratched.
Don't fool around with it. It might be worth something.
Stand down, Chief. If it were gonna crumble to dust, it would have done so when I picked it up.
It's glowing.
We're not the first people to come to this planet.
People. Maybe. Could be aliens. Could be the damn sea monsters for all we know. One thing for sure, we ain't gonna find out by staying here.
So yeah, that is actually in reference to the purple tablet that we found inside of the Degassi base. Maybe we'll see more on that later, but I agree with Margaret at this point. We're definitely not the only living things to have come here. And we don't even know for sure that we're the only people to be here. Alright, this is Paul's log, which is Bart's father. Let's go and take a listen to this one. Oh.
Chief's log, 5 weeks since the crash. The only other survivors are my son, Bart, and Maida, the cut-price mercenary I commissioned for the journey.
Oh, interesting.
After days drifting in the Lifepod, rain hammering on the roof, the weather cleared and we washed up here. I had Maida salvage the Degassi wreck, set Bart to finding us a stable source of food. His education is paying off sooner than I'd anticipated. Our only problem is Maida. She says the weather's going to turn. I say she's finding excuses to risk our lives. I imagine she's not gonna weaken her life without a physical altercation, and she's itching for a fight. In every judgment she makes, things go from bad to worse. If she had my experience, she'd have more faith. Humans have spent millennia specializing in how to shackle nature to our will. This planet won't cause us any new problems. My one task now is to keep us alive, as comfortably as possible, until the insurance company arranges rescue. In this part of space, that could be months, or even years.
Well, one thing's for certain. We're definitely not the first ship to have crashed on this planet. But why is that? Why are... Whoops. But why is that? Why are the other ships crashing here? Will we find out before the Sunbeam comes to rescue us? Find out next time on the next part of Subnautica. This is Hexlex, signing off. Have a good day.